Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, Celebrity is at it again. We had not too long ago, they said the Celebrity Beyond is canceling months of cruises. Well, a couple other cruise ships are now canceling months of cruises. The first ship involved is the Celebrity Apex, which was scheduled to go in for dry dock in 2024. Well, they're now going to do an extended dry dock, a little bit longer, and so they are not going to go in 2024. Instead, they're going in 2025, which means they are now booking and opening up new itineraries for 2024 that they were planned to be shut down for the dry dock, but now they're canceling month or so of cruises in 2025 and telling everybody, sorry, we have to go in for dry dock during that time, and now we are canceling those cruises. Notifications have been sent out to those on the Apex. Those ones can be a little bit understanding. It is all the way in 2025, so you have lots of time out there for rebooking and making changes, etc. Plus some new ships sailings have opened up in 2024. But one that is changing the most right now, the biggest change, is coming on the Celebrity Constellation. And it is changing in early 2025. Normally it goes on 9 and 12 night cruises, and they're rechanging all of their bookings to be more 7-day priority bookings. And in order to do that, they've canceled months of cruises in 2025 on the Constellation. And now they're just, that's it, they're gone, and they're making the new schedule. They haven't announced the new schedules yet, but they'll be making 7-day cruises for that ship. Smaller cruise ship, Celebrity is known for doing those 9, 12 nights, longer cruises in different areas, 10-night cruises. So it is a little bit of a puzzlement that they're going to 7-day schedule, but they are offering some compensation to those who are looking to change. First of all, everybody receives 100% of their money back, including any shore excursions you booked, flights or hotels through the cruise lines for both of those ships, the Apex and the Constellation. You will get 100% of the money back, etc., if you book through the cruise line. Now, because all these are affected over a year from now, most people don't have flights paid for, so that's not going to be a big issue. And because it's over a year away, you also have time to make changes. Book another cruise, so you don't have to change your entire vacation. It's not like it's supposed to set sail in 5 weeks from now and they're making these changes at the last minute and you're stuck with them. But some other good news is Celebrity is offering some compensation if once you rebook, if your cruise was canceled. If you're in a normal cabin, say a balcony or below, you would get a $200 onboard credit on your next sailing. If you booked in the retreat, the suite area, you would get a $400 onboard credit for when you book another cruise, which is very generous considering it's well over a year before any of these cruises are affected at all. That's pretty good. They didn't have to offer any compensation whatsoever for these changes, but they're offering some extra onboard credits as some incentive to rebook with Celebrity. But again, they didn't have to do it, and I think that's a very good, generous offer. And we've been seeing this a lot lately. A lot of cruises are being adjusted. Now, the cruise ships and the cruise lines mostly are making itineraries 24 months in advance, right? They're making port arrangements. They have to do all this figuring out logistic-wise, right? And in the meantime, they're also playing with up-to-date current trends and current news, like if a port decides that they're going to start limiting cruise ships, or other cruise lines are bringing more ships into this cruise terminal or this destination. then maybe the ports aren't available as often. Or you might say, you know what, it's getting too crowded there for our guests. Maybe we should go somewhere else. So they are constantly having to make adjustments. So for instance, they're bringing the Celebrity Beyond over to sail no longer in the Mediterranean. It's going to be sailing the Caribbean all season now for 12 months of the year. Well, that frees up, you know, when you have one of your biggest and brightest ships on the Caribbean. Well, if you have some of your older ships sailing there, maybe you need to change some of the destinations and make it, you know, a little easier for your clients to get to these ships. You don't want to have 9 of your ships sailing out of the same port on the same itineraries. That's not good business. So they're constantly making changes, and it can disrupt a lot of things. Like right now, I'm looking at booking my next 2025 group cruises and late 2024 group cruises, and I'm trying to make sure everything's settled down with all these changes before I book it, because nothing can be worse for me than booking 150 cabins in a book for a cruise and then getting a notice saying that all 150 cabins have been canceled because they changed the ship place or the location. And what a nightmare that would be to try and reschedule an entire group at the same time frame. It would be a nightmare. Oh my goodness, I'm dreading even thinking about that right now. Luckily, it hasn't happened for any of my groups so far. I tend to try and book the ships that I know are gonna sail to those destinations for a reason. Like, I know my group cruise to Alaska. I know the Majestic Princess is going to be in Alaska next year. I know the Caribbean Princess is doing Canada this year. So those are the ones I book. So now I'm double checking those, but can you imagine the horror I would go through if I had 150, 200 cabins on a group cruise, and then 12 months away they say, oh, by the way, that ship's no longer sailing there. Contact us and we'll reschedule you somewhere else. I would literally have a heart attack. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel blogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.